Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. It is my prayer and wish that this video is going to find you when you are in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end. And let me know where you're watching this video from, whether you're within, in diaspora, on in whatever destination you are. Guys, there are issues of concern that I want to talk about. Many issues have opened within Nyabohanzi, and people are blowing hot and air at the same time, which I basically find them as a wild goose chase. Others are hot air, has got no meaning altogether. They lack sense. Others are just meant to cause rift, gossiping that are never helping. You know, people have turned themselves to be so lazy, nothing productive at all. Their main work is focusing on Marwa, who is just living his life. I wonder why people now have just decided to make him plus his fellow villagers as a punch bob. You know, but that one alone is not enough. But before we delve into some weighty matters, take a moment, a second or two, if you're coming across this channel for the very first time. Returning subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. Hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. My moderators, may God bless you a bunch. Your effort is candidly embraced, and thank you very much. So let's dive in after the break. Welcome back to this YouTube chit chat. My name is Zack, and this is my YouTube channel. Guys, why not justice for Marwa? Why would everybody, all in unison or unanimously, just come and talk justice for Alex? Why not justice for Marwa? Well, some people will label me to be crazy in mind. Others will start abusing me and throwing other issues left and here that they don't know the true story about it. The topic and the title itself, why not justice for Marwa, should really trigger your mind and start thinking this way. Guys, Marwa has ever wanted his people to have a better life, but some of those people have just taken advantage of him and wants to destroy him and his family and destroy his home. Hence the constant assault of his home, the constant assault on his basic demeanor, and the constant assault and abuse of his kindness for weakness. You know, Marwa is too trusting. He trusts everybody and he trusts everyone. Simply means because he wanted good for his community. But the community now is being used to fight him. You know, they are finding it so easy to use a syndrome called Willie Lynch syndrome. That's why Marwa should not speak. That's why Marwa should not fire anybody, because of fear of being lynched. And it's a syndrome called the Willie Lynch syndrome. You know, the Willie Lynch syndrome is a syndrome and a concept that always instills fears to people, guilt trip them, not to do a particular thing. It's like looking at a person to profile him or profile them, that if you do this, I'm going to expose you. And the lazy gun is using this concept to always lynch Ayamarwa. Are you there? That's why you could see the syndrome of a slave thing. Now they're calling Maro from sword master to the slave master. That is a cliche they always want to use and tag Maro names going forward. They're looking at every other possible means, both to create fear, to mean to make Ayamarwa bow down to certain kind of pressure. You know, let me tell you something. Right now, in a place that I work, I have a 12-hour shift. Such that I have to do it 12 hours, which means 11 hours full control working and 1 hour for break. Such that if I happen to leave my work location or workplace at will without even informing anybody, therefore that one is considered a gross misconduct, and that one alone warrants my dismissal, period, without any explanation. Yet you have people in Kenya now telling me that this is 21st century, that somebody is working for 12 hours. Well, work depends on contract. It either be a contract, it could be a contract under deeds or a contract under oaths. All these are contractual deeds for work performance, for any other kind of agreement. You might be having your job title. A job title sometimes might be so huge, but what also will specify that job and diminish is job description, the JD. You might be having a job title that says you are a manager or you are a facility manager, but if you look at the job description, it comes and belittles or describes the main core functions that you're supposed to undertake. Like, for example, you manages the stated and specified core functions that is listed in your contract or in your JDs. And at the last clause of your contract, they say you are not only performing your core functions, but also you might be assigned other duties as well when need arises or when called upon. So that whenever you are being given a job, you need to check on your contract, read it willingly, so that when after you shall have appended your signature, that alone seal it, that alone make it so contractual. And we have what we call the capacity to the contract, which means somebody should not pass you to a contract. You must be at age of 18 and above. You must be so sane, and you must not have taken any other kind of an illicit brew or any other kind of drug that some certain times made you sign a contract that unwillingly. So to those who are saying, oh, if Alex could have gotten a lawyer that AMR could have paid, my friend, there was a contract. Have you read the contract? There was a contract of the fact. So which means the core functions and the work and the duties you are being assigned to, you are being assigned that duty in the lieu of the contract that you signed. Not about anything, in the lieu of the contract that you signed. Therefore, anytime you'll be deemed seen, the word deeming, any sign, you'll be deemed seen, gesturing, in doing insubordinations, which is considered a gross misconduct. Therefore, you'll be notified of the same. An explanation also will be required from you so that you explain what happened before actually termination ensue. I've just realized majority of people who are coming on this YouTube street are just lynching Ayamara because they don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they are saying. And again, apart from work and the contract you signed, which also is embraced or is entrenched from the company policy or where you're working for, remember the policy must follow the function. The policy must follow the function, which the function of the job that you are doing that's so specific has got the policy that's attached to it, that is embraced and entrenched from that organization kind of charter, service charter itself. Therefore, anytime you go against the company's policy, that alone is being considered a gross misconduct, which means you no longer working in the spirit of that society, in the spirit of that community, in the spirit of that team, in the spirit of that organization going forward, which means you're either a loner and you're a stranger in that paradise, so to speak. Therefore, at many times, Alex have absconded duty. Alex has left his working location. Sometimes he's being found where he's at home. Whom did he take permission from? Nobody. He's being searched all over around. That's a fact. Why not justice for Ayamara? Why not justice for Ayamara? You know, guys, with the nature of occurrences and what have been bedeviling Ayamara, and people are talking, I want to advise Ayamara on the following safety precautions and on the following measures that he can undertake to secure his brand, secure his home, and secure his safety from all these kind of shenanigans people are talking about. You know, number one, Marwa, any worker whom you are employing into your property or into your compound, be it security guard, be it a gardener, be it a cook, be it anybody, let these people not to be having YouTubes. Let these people not to be doing YouTubes. That is as a matter of fact. Why am I saying so? This one will help you to control what we call conflict of interest. How does conflict of interest appear here or affect you? How it appears? It appears in three-dimensional. These people would want to compete with you, which means they want subscribers the same way you have. Secondly, these people will do vlog instead of work, which means they will vlog or do YouTubes at the expense of work. And you're paying them for what? For the work done. And at the same time, they're doing YouTube. 3, they will be scrambling for the shoutouts that you want to give your fellow YouTubers. And at one point, they will see you like any other random guy. The defiance will start cropping in because that's the real access of those who want to spew hatred on you, and they might be used. Number 2, Get workers from other communities, not from your tribe, not from your community altogether, for those specified duties. Why am I saying so? Those who don't know you will tend to have a little bit of some respect. The problem of village of their community men, you've grown with them. They know your lifeline and some certain kind of your past history, some good, some bad. Others will want to prove a point. Remember others, by the time you began from the grass to grace, others were already feeling grace at that moment. And the moment you came and surpassed them, others are still not having good heart with you. So the moment you employ them, that will be the best opportunity to vanquish you. And you could be eliminated, either through food poison, either somebody could just come and hack you to death in your bedroom. Others also could be used to prove a point, to make poison so that your workers die, to prove points that are circulating, such that if now people are dying, and they're not dying in your compound, they are dying into their homes or in certain clubs or lodges that they were sleeping in, and they were being called names. So what would happen if certain workers get injuries or actually died in your compound? The reasons why I'm telling you, don't employ your community members. Employ people from other community. Go far, fetch them. You'll find them and they will respect you. Number 3, your workers should not interact with the villagers, with the community members. They must always be indoors or within your compound, confined totally. No conversations. Those whom they can converse with are the members of their families, but no playing arounds, not even communicating with people within, because they only came there to work. Why am I saying so? For their minds and for their minds not to be polluted with other negative people and negative villagers around. Keep off them from the social media so that accessing them would be so difficult. Imagine they behave so in your presence. You reprimand them, then what they show back is defiance. So what if you will be up and down, far and away, cruising this world in the name of vlogging? How do they behave in your absence? Your homestead and villa would be assaulted. All other kind of heinous acts shall ensue going forward. So the best is confine your workers inside. Let no one even to see their faces. They shouldn't be known. The reasons why I'm saying they shouldn't be known, because once they've been known, the lazy gang will have access to them. The community villagers will also have access to them, which means even if they go to the market in Nyabohana Center, people have already known them. This is the worker of Ayamarwa. They would want to be approached, they would want to be sent. Make that one a paramount to save yourself, save your house, save your health as well, and people around it. Remember, you hold the duty care for all those who are within the premises of your compound, and you shall be blamed when anything bad happens to them. So the best thing, confine your workers going forward. Number 4, and the last one, always avoid being too much trusting. Stop being too much close into the proximity of people who know you. Avoid. Make it so hard so that people cannot access you easily. Set your boundary clear so that they get to know that you are no nonsense. If at all, have a security bonsa with you. You know how this celebrity of Kenya sometimes walk. Eric Omondi will walk with some 2 security guards. Only you hire them for a specific function, or sometimes Madam Bosa sometimes hires them. when you're going to attend specific function. Have them. And they must be totally people who are not known within the village. Are you there? The reason why is the kings are always never wanted in their villages because people are used to them. When you go abroad, when you go to US, when you go to all these European countries, you get accolades. People even bow to you. People even hold you into high regards because what brings them to you is your content, it's your demeanor, and it's the all you. They want to be part of you. In your villages, they will reject you. Jesus himself was rejected, was crucified. That's the behavior of people. Judas was there. And what happened because people used Judas the same way there are very many Judas within your villa. And I must say today, even Carol confirmed it, that she has been talking to Alex. She has been reaching Alex's wife, of which I believe the talk has ever been at night. When somebody is sent, the wife tells the Alex. The reasons why I'm telling you, all your workers must not be known. They must not be in any kind of form of camera. They must just be confined, so confidential to anybody. Even if other people meet them on the road, they don't know this Amara worker. They might be attacked. They might be used to poison you. For a matter of fact, your safety is in your hand. If you turn your hand upside down, therefore your safety topples off, and it's a matter of concern. Always take good care of yourself. Until next time, this is Senior Zack.